Man, I've been itching to continue this one. Ugh.
Nope.
What's up everybody, StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days. If there was ever a scenario to turn things on their heads, it would be this one. For such a simple concept that I came up with in high school, I never expected to see the leaps and bounds that several of the characters in the Dragon Ball universe have taken. Not only has Kami had to come into the fold against King Piccolo, but now the Earth's Dragon Balls are stoned because they don't have a guardian. Goku had actually trained with his friends and took gravity training up a lot earlier because his friends ended up going to King Kai's planet. He's got way more powerful rivals than Piccolo Jr. would have been. Thanks to this training, he was more than a match for his older brother when his older brother arrived on Earth, causing his older brother to use an underhanded tactic, but eventually, upon the other Saiyan's arrival, Raditz did have a change of heart, a full change of heart this time. This change of heart ended up providing the Saiyan with a much softer heart to the point of saving Nappa from Vegeta, and in the end, Vegeta's the one who ends up dying on Earth. Krillin was the last man standing, and with a Kaioken times 5 Kamehameha, the already battered, bruised, and weakened Vegeta wouldn't have been able to hold out. He was defeated outright. Or did he? Now, with the Saiyans in the hospital, the Namek saga begins in What If the Dragons Were Swapped? We open up to the oh-so-famous hospital scene where Nappa is recovering beside Goku, and, as per your vote, Nappa has about the same wounds as Goku is, meaning he's going to be going with Goku to Namek. Krillin in the hospital room mentions that he wishes they still had Dragon Balls around this time. Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu. There's a lot of Z-Warriors missing from the picture. At least Yajirobe survived! I don't know if that's a positive thing, but he is powerful. However, the Saiyans kind of react to this. Like, what are these Dragon Balls they keep going on about? Sure enough, Popo shows up to provide some exposition. These were magical wish-granting orbs that allowed the person who gathered all 7 to summon the dragon Porunga. Porunga was a very powerful dragon. The summoner was then granted 3 wishes, in which to use at their leisure. These wishes could be anything. We've used them a few times in the past. I do miss Kami, though. Without him, the Dragon Balls are useless. And so they ask about what the heck Kami was, and Popo tells them that he was a Namekian. In fact, his ship should still be on the planet somewhere. Raditz hears this, and with excited vigor, he tells Krillin that he is volunteering to go with him, whether he wants him to or not. He wants to prove himself. He did kind of blast Tien Shinhan in the back, so yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that don't really see him as trustworthy right now.
Goes to show your weakness wanting to help these scrawny little pugs. This planet has made you weaker than a Cyberman again, Raditz.
Is that right? Well then, Baldy, I'll make you a deal. You best Kakarot on the way to Namek, and I'll let you put me in my place. We'll even let you have one of the wishes on the Dragon Balls. How's that one?
About time you started making sense. You hear that, Kakarot? You're going down.
Sure thing, big guy. When we're out of here, and I can feel my ribs again.
And so, time ticks down to Krillin, Raditz, and Bulma's trip to planet Namek. But wait, what about Gohan? Well, honestly, he didn't have Mr. Piccolo to die for him. In fact, he never had a Mr. Piccolo in this timeline. This means he's quite a bit behind when it comes down to fighting. Sure, he sparred a little bit with Raditz, but his power level being only 800, that wouldn't have been well in a fight. Even though Raditz was about to betray the Z Fighters and join Vegeta's side again, he wasn't about to put his nephew in the line of fire. Besides, this means Chi-Chi has all the schooling planned that she could ever want out of Gohan. However, there is something to consider. Gohan's Saiyan side, thanks to Raditz's training, is starting to be a little more pronounced. I can see Chi-Chi and Raditz butt heads about what's best for Gohan, and Raditz will take what he can get. Again, he planned to betray them, so a little bit of training would go a long way for this child. During this time, Raditz would have heard Gohan ask to go with him. He wanted to fight the Saiyans too, but Raditz would have refused because, well, again, not wanting to put his nephew in the line of fire. That and Goku and Raditz would surrender to Chi-Chi's whims on this one. The trip to Namek goes pretty well, with Krillin teaching Raditz how to do mind training and teaching him how to control his ki a little better. Not only that, but Raditz does get stories of when Goku was a child and what kind of feats he accomplished on Earth. The Elder Saiyan, okay, is interested in this, but he's way more interested in that technique that Krillin used to best Vegeta. His blast shouldn't have been that powerful. Well, let's hope you don't have to see King Kai too soon. I mean, after all, that's how I learned the Kaioken.
King Kai? Ah, Kaioken. I see. That makes sense now. A technique like that must be something of the gods. I will learn this technique if I can stay alive while doing it.
Meanwhile, in
StevDeS!
the Frieza forces have no idea what Dragon Balls are. This would mean Planet Namek would be relatively peaceful, wouldn't it? The Frieza forces wouldn't care about a backwater planet like that, right? Wrong. You see, in canon, Vegeta has been through a lot. Do you really think someone like Krillin, no matter what continuity you have to look at, would actually be able to kill the Prince of All Saiyans? Yeah, he's dead. He's totally dead. I fooled you though, didn't I? The Frieza forces would still go to Namek, but they'd be a couple days behind. But why would the Frieza forces know about the Dragon Balls? Well, Raditz was being a little snitch to Vegeta and Nappa the whole time, and the scouter's still on. And even if it wasn't Raditz's scouter, it was still Nappa's. He would have intercepted any transmission that the scouters would have picked up, including the little bit of knowledge that Namek has Dragon Balls. By this point though, Raditz and Krillin would have already had 5 whole Dragon Balls. Sure, they'd be a little privy to Raditz, but Krillin seems like a genuine guy, and talking to the Namekians, getting on their good side, really wouldn't be hard for the Baldy. He is a cunning wordsmith. However, the second Raditz senses his power levels far stronger than his and Krillin's, he grabs Krillin's arm and runs back into the cave. In the meantime, they put an SOS out to Earth, where Earth responds that Goku and Nappa are already on their way to Planet Namek to back them up. Krillin suggests that they go back to some of the villages and warn them because this Frieza guy seems like he might mean business. 4 out of 5 isn't a bad ratio for the duo, but the 5th one, Namekian bodies are everywhere, homes are blasted into, and nothing but destruction surrounds Krillin and Raditz as soon as they arrive. Oh man, these poor people.
Child's play.
What do you mean by that?
This is only the beginning, Krillin. Once Frieza has his way, that's when he'll stop. He won't halt this momentum for a minute. Anyone, anything that gets in his way, may as well be a corpse now. We'd better head back to Bulma and stay hidden for the time being until Kakarot and Nappa can arrive. This is our best chance.
I'm with you. Let's head back to Bulma. With Nappa and Goku beginning their trip to Namek at 25 times Earth's gravity, you know, they are pretty strong as far as Saiyans are concerned. Raditz and Krillin are bunkered down, and what will the Frieza forces do should they find the duo and the 5 Dragon Balls they've acquired? While staying under the radar though, just how many Namekians have met their fate at the hands of this tyrant? Nobody knows. However, this is where this timeline concludes for right now. So what do you all think? Will Vegeta's absence be a problem? Will Goku and Nappa's training pay dividends for the duo? Do you think Gohan might get his time to shine? go ahead and leave a comment below for more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if the biggest bad of Dragon Ball Z actually ended up turning, into a good guy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Don't worry, Gohan. I have a plan for you.